Super Regionals presented by Capital One. Welcome to a beautiful Friday afternoon in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. The fans, of course, have turned out the ACC tournament champions, the North Carolina Tar Heels, trying to make back-to-back trips to Omaha, facing the Big 12 tournament champions, the Arizona Wildcats, here in Chapel Hill, and we are ready to go. Nat got the start in the regional opener for Scott Forbes. And the win against Holy Cross, 4-0 was the final. ACC Pitcher of the Year starts with a strikeout. That's his 86th of the season.
Defense a big reason.
Line shot to left, and it's down for a base hit heading towards the wall. Cut off there by Carter French and bobbled against the wall. So jogging into second base is Aaron Walton. He's the first base runner of this Chapel Hill Regional.
And then again, the idea here, we go as he goes. And Mason White, the star of this Wildcat offense.
Ground ball to the right side. Vanderbrink to Stokely, moving over to third is Walton, 2 down for the Wildcats.
And you look at Jake Knapp, the eighth, come back and been arguably the best pitcher in the nation.
Through the right side, and the first run of the Super Regional is scored by Arizona. Adonis Guzman swings at the first pitch. RBI number 41 on the season. Walton scores 1-0 Wildcats.
Now this be a thing we follow, not only today, but into the weekend. First, North Carolina had been 31-5.
Another Wildcat swinging at the first pitch. This is a fly ball. Kane Kepley, the center fielder, under it. And that will retire this side. But Arizona breaks.
Have to have poise under pressure, already staked to an early lead here before he throws a pitch.
And he hits Kepley. 26th time he's been hit by a pitch, and as you can tell, he's very excited to get down the one to Vanderbrink. There goes the runner. It is ball 4. Hit batter and a walk to start things. This is not very familiar territory for Kremkowski. He was 1 for 15 in the Chapel Hill Regional. Swings at the first pitch and drives it into right field. Being waved around is Kepley, and just like that, we're tied. Vanderbrink on to third, and Stevenson with a solid single to right after just picking up only an infield single in the Chapel Hill Regional.
Now out in force early.
Ground ball through the right side for a base hit. 2-1 North Carolina. Well, I mean, I was going to say stay hot, but if you've been staying hot for a long time, what is the next level on the Scoville index right now for Gallagher?
I don't know.
Regional with runners in scoring position. They hit 392. And they're at it again today as Stokely launches one way out of here.
Well, 5 runs home, 81st home run of the year for the Tar Heels. And celebrate Carolina. Wow.
Fly ball to left. Easton Breifogel drifting back to the track, and he's got it for out number 1. Stokely with the big blast so far here in the first inning, the 3-run shot.
Now again, you make a mistake out over the big part of the play. That's a hanging breaking ball. And anytime you get a little back foot right there, you know you got all of it. Backspin home run, 3-run dagger, taking another look from the right side. Yes, all of that and then some. Reservations for 3. And deep into the early afternoon here in Chapel Hill.
Stokely making his Supers debut, didn't play yet.
Come back. And just knowing the pedigree of these pitchers.
Foul tip, throwing back behind the runner and sliding back safely is Bass. Guzman showing the arm.
Wow. Great.
The call on the field is overturned to out. Arizona still has 2 challenges left.
Successful going to the count to Angelo. Line drive to center field. Moving over is Aaron Walton, and he's got it to retire the side. But what an inning for your fixture for this Arizona team. Sends a ground ball right side, fielded by Stokely, who'll do it himself. One down here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, Stokely doing a little bit of everything thus far. Gets a big 3-run home. Particularly this North Carolina team amongst the best in defensive runs saved.
Andrew Kane past the dive of Madera at short. He has the third hit against Knapp today for Arizona. 2-1. They were down 1-0 in the ninth. Well, they're finding a way to get to Jake Knapp here, who has not been defeated this season. Splain with the base hit, 2-1 here. Going to hit 15 homers at PK Park in Eugene. This is a solid single to right field. 3 straight hits against Knapp, and the bases are loaded for the Wildcats here in the second. 7, 8, 9 goes single, and 100% dealing with the hand injury, the hamstring injury. Ground ball to short, to second for one. On the first, North Carolina gets the double play. 35th double play that they've turned this season, and it comes at a huge time.
That winner's bracket, good luck getting through them, knowing you've got guys like Ryan Lynch and McDuffie. It's a tough pitching staff to counteract.
Carter French down on strikes, leading things off here in the second as Krimkowski gets his first strike.
Teams moving on. You can pitch yours into the garbage.
Line shot to right center field. This is getting down and past the center fielder. Walton gave it an effort. Rolls to the wall. Kepley at second, heading to third, being held there with a triple.
Now, the one thing you have to do, knowing the elite speed of Kane Kepley, you have got to find a way to keep. Don't necessarily have to give in here, just have to be mindful and keep this off speed down.
Vandenbrink walks for a second time today. First and third with one out for the Diamond Heels here. Line shot to right. This is hit well. It is carrying, and it is gone. 3-run shot. Luke Stevenson. All Carolina in game 1 of the Chapel Hill Super.
Well, the big leagues, it's a Schwarber, but that was Kyle Schwarber vibes. Well, Luke as they cheer him on here at the Bosch. And that one had a vapor trail behind it. 8-1. North Carolina with authority. Trying to settle this thing down for your offense to chip away.
This is headed towards the gap in left center field. A beat on it, and making the dive is Aaron Walton. He gets to this one for the out. Well done by Walton.
Oh, man. Oh, full extension. Take a look. The break is phenomenal, Eric Lee. He gets a great jump off of it, and then he needs to leave the feed. Wow. Now that right there will be a huge jolt to the ball club. A little bit of a face plan on the dismount here, but
put 5 on the board. They've added 3 more here in the second and chase the starter, Owen Krimkowski. Stokely gets into another one. This is hit well. It is at the track, back to the wall. Going up and bringing it down is Walton again. Last year with the Wildcats. Sends a fly ball to right, hit pretty well, but Tyson Bass looks like he's got enough room, just barely, with his back to the wall. Let's go back to what Walton was, just outstanding player and most outstanding player of the Eugene Regional. Line shot into the glove of Vandenbrink. 2 down here in the third.
Well, if you're Jake Knapp now.
And he delivers his second hit of the day. Comes with 2 down here in the third inning.
Just for perspective, again, we circled it. Most hits that Jake Knapp has surrendered in a single appearance this year, way back on March.
Off the glove of the pitcher, Knapp, with the shift, it rolls right to the shortstop, Madera. And that will do it for Arizona. We'll talk to Chip Hale when we come back to Chapel Hill. We talked to you yesterday about Mason White and what he's meant to this team as a fly ball lifted out to left for out number 1. Center fielder's going to take it. What does Mason? Somebody's going to get. Well, Walton's getting everything right now. You know, he's going foul line to foul line for you, apparently.
Inside.
Bass with a swing and a miss.
Hilker looking good right there with the fastball. And again, talked about it in the previous inning. You come in as a reliever in this spot. That man, Luke Stevenson, one of the leaders of this club, not only behind the dish, but in the middle of the lineup. They've been a force to be reckoned with the last handful of seasons.
9-pitch AB, battle won by Michael Hilker Jr. Line for their success. And you know what? They've got another hit against Jake Knapp. We just talked to Chip Hale about it. They're having good ABs against one of the very best pitchers in the country.
Season high, 7th hit allowed by Jake Knapp, and we are just back into a rhythm. First good fastball, first good pitch you see up in the zone, go after and attack it.
And for the first time, the leadoff man is aboard, and 2 on with nobody out as Kane is hit by the first pitch thrown.
Nearly unhittable, so let's avoid that at all costs.
Oh, and he hits another batter, back-to-back hit batter. So Knapp having command issues right now, who singled his first time up. Swings at the first pitch, fly ball to left. Carter French lost track of it, now he's got it. Tagging at third and scoring the second Arizona run is Caulfield, 8-2.
Well, that's going to feel like a win for Jake Knapp, and some self-inflicted wounds here.
Get a swing here. That's sent towards the gap left center field. Drifting over is Kepley. He's got it. 2 down. NCAA.
2 more tailor-made chances.
Grounded to third. Fair ball. Stepping on the bag for the force is Gallagher. Just 1 run scores for Arizona. 6-run lead after 3.5 here at Chapel Hill. We can manage this a little bit. If you get into your bullpen early in game 1 as French lifts a fly ball to the left field of Breifogel for out number 1. Can manage a little bit better. If this happened in game 1 of a regional, you would feel like, uh-oh, pitch and scored in the first, scored again in the second. And he's on base again, although I should pause for a second because Aaron Walton was in the area code, but that one got down for a base hit, and Kepley's aboard for a 3rd time today.
And somehow escaping Walton's
in second and cleanup here in the Super Regional round. 3-0 misses. Ball 4. Vanderbrink walks for a 3rd time in as many plate appearances today. Tournament accolades like he received. This is lifted to right, and it's drifting back. Room there for Summerhill. Tagging at second and going to third is Kepley. Runners on the corners with 2 down for Carolina in the second. Sends a soft line to the right. He stays hot. Another RBI. First to third for Vanderbrink. Gallagher with 2 runs batted in today. 67 on the season to lead the team, and Carolina scores again. Try to launch it towards the fans at Shelton Stadium. The 0-1 from Martinez. Line shot to left. This will bring in another North Carolina run. Vanderbrink jogs in from third. Stokely a 4 RBI day.
So does Carolina.
Madera pops it up. Could be playable in front of the North Carolina dugout, and it is. Mikalakis puts it away. 2 more runs for offense. Has his back here today with 10 on the board.
I mean, if you were to tell me.
Well, this is hit well to center field. Biggest part of the ballpark. And a lot of room there for runs heading into the Super Regional matchup. I'll show you the success that Arizona's had today. And Guzman keeps his success going into the gap, rounding first, heading to second. And he's in with his 3rd hit of the day against Jake Knapp.
They keep swinging it, man. And
there's strikeout number 2. 2 down here in the 5th.
good off speed. 74 pitches now at presence, but this outfield for North Carolina as a whole, Eric.
Ground ball, but the shift is there. Scouting report works out pretty well for North Carolina defensively. It's all UNC. Tournament trophies coming in their first year in the Big 12. Fly ball. Aaron Walton drifting over. He's got it, and Bass is retired for the first out of the 5th inning. Game after on. Angelo. Caulfield was out in the outfield grass, and he puts it away. Over to Spling. 2 down as Angelo is retired.
In the middle of the order there for Miami.
And ball 4, 2-out walk. Between the walks and the hit batters, that's the 5th free pass issued by Arizona pitching. The 4 previous free.
As soon as he gets on, he's running.
Speaking of running, there goes French. Guzman had trouble with it. And it's a stolen base for French. Just his 2nd of the season. Fly ball to left, drifting back. This is hit well. Trap, wall, bouncing up against the wall is Breifogel to make the catch to retire the side. We've played 5 here in Chapel Hill. Super Regional game number 1.
Way on, and they have, to their credit, 8 hits already for Arizona through 5.
4th full count today. Fly ball out to Kepley in right center. 1 down here in the 6th inning. 1 out here in the 6th and a 10-2 lead. Ground ball to the shortstop, Madera. 2 down. Ground ball right side, backhanded by Stokely. The toss to Knapp on the cover in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And hang on a second, we may get a challenge here.
That was close.
And Chip Hale.
Which is the first inning. It just both offenses did not waste any time coming out swinging the bat.
Another base hit for the Tar Heels. That's their 10th of the game to go along with their 10 runs. Vanderbrink aboard for a 4th time today.
More uncomfortable than what he did.
There goes the runner. Stevenson with a line drive to center. Walton's got it. Drifting back to first is Vanderbrink. 1 down here in the 6th. Show you that game 1 Super Regional highlight. Line drive to center field. Gallagher has his 3rd hit of the Super Regional after picking up 13 hits in the Regional with runners in scoring position today. Comes inside, hits Stokely on the elbow guard, and the bases are loaded.
All right, so here's the confusing part for me, and we just kind of talked about it out loud.
You feel like this is the end of the line for the bullpen right now with the score and what's happening right now, knowing you're going to have a must-win situation tomorrow. That's to the left side, a base hit. Once again, with runners in scoring position, North Carolina delivers. 2-run score. Madera brings them in. 12-2 Tar Heels.
Now you saw Gallagher cross home, giving him love. He's the man hitting over 700 himself. How about
Garazar for Arizona, scheduled starter for the Wildcats. Popped up on the infield fly is called. And that means Bass is retired. 2 down.
Now, if you are Raul, you have learned there until you get through the 1st.
High fly ball to left center field. Walton drifts over, but it's Breifogel who will make the catch to retire the side. A couple more runs for North Carolina, wheeling with 1 out. And Knapp worked his first 1-2-3 inning. Backhand by Madera, long throw, and the big stretch by Big Stokely at first, out number 1.
Now that critical for a couple of reasons here. Number 1, all bonus time now for Jake Knapp. Now to finish it off, to see if he can get 7 complete.
He swung, tracking it down is Stevenson to finish off the out. 2 down. Well, we mentioned earlier for Knapp.
Handful of innings the way Arizona was swinging it. And credit to them.
Fly ball, foul ground, might be playable, but it looks like it's going to drift. Oh no, it's not. Gallagher on his home field. He knew exactly how much room he had, and he makes the out to retire the side.
All the things going right for finding a way into the everyday lineup.
He's on base. Well, he came to North Carolina as a walk-on. Got a chance to play a little bit as a freshman, but last year as a sophomore, I mean, again, tough lineup to break into. He was 1 for 6 at the plate. Kepley with the ground ball into the shift. Stepping on the bag, then throwing on the first in time. Well turned by Arizona. And Scott Forbes is stepping up to talk to
Just in between on the steps. You could tell he's trying to be able to make the accurate throw after touching second while avoiding French sliding in to break up the double play too.
French pulled the ripcord a little early, get to find.
After review, the call on the field of second base is safe. Still have 1 out.
And to break with the shift on, backhanded by the second baseman Caulfield, and it gets away. Here comes French sliding in with the 13th North Carolina run.
And all the time in the world for Caulfield to make an accurate throw. And he just babies it over there.
First error for either side today. And there's a one-hopper to second. Double play turn 4-6-3 by Arizona. Stevenson is retired. One more run for North Carolina up 11. We played 7 at the Bosch. Guess what? Adonis Guzman is having a day. 4 for 4, another base hit for the junior. Knapp takes his spot on the railing to root on Shimelski, who is greeted with a line shot to second, turning the first, and the defense carries over from pitcher to pitcher. Vandenbrink to Stokely, the double play, 2 down.
2 for the price of 1. Love to be behind this pitching staff because you're going to be attention up, eyes up, ready to go.
Ball 4, and Caulfield works a walk. He's aboard for a second time today.
Now you can kind of start to think ahead if we get there.
Ground ball, slow roller to second. Vandenbrink with the toss to first, and that will retire the side. 7.5 completes here in Chapel Hill.
The pair of bombs. 4th time 10 or more runs for them in the Super Regional.
Here we go again. Hit to the total here today. And guess who's providing that hit? It's an extra base hit by Gavin Gallagher. 4th hit today with 7 runs batted in. I got to keep my eyes on Stokely because he's making a case for most outstanding player of the Super, because he's brought in another run with a double. He had that 3-run home run in the first, singled in a run in the 4th, was hit by a pitch in the 6th, and now he has doubled here in the 8th. 14 hits.
Would have been a signature and offensive performance Carolina's had all year.
Sent out to left, and reaching up is Bleifogel for the out. Madera is retired. Most runs, Carolina says, why won't I have him add that up? And I have him at 740 in the 2025 postseason. Hits just keep on coming. Tyson Bass has his second hit today. Gave up 3 earned runs in the start in the regional round. Swung on and hit deep to right center field. This is back, and this is gone. Angelo goes deep. 3-run jack.
Kicked the field goal too. 17 runs. What more can you say? Drive home happy. I mean, this is a no-doubter. My goodness gracious, look where this one ends up.
It is a new program record for most runs scored in a super regional. 3-run home run from Sam Angelo, his 5th of the season, pushing North Carolina to 17 on the day. Grad student from Toms River, New Jersey, who was a standout at Montclair State. D3 guy coming up big in the city. Swinging at the first pitch is Reese Holbrook, who pops it up. Holbrook hitting for French against the new Arizona pitcher when Knapp was having his struggles. You've got Ryan Lynch, who has been outstanding. Here's Kepley. Kepley into the arborvitae. Home run again for North Carolina. That's their 4th today. And Kepley goes deep for a 3rd time this season.
Well, for a guy who's known to hit triples, well, the round tripper is the icing on the cake for North Carolina's run party here today.
Was Coach Williams calling the dugout saying save some of these for tomorrow, like you said before?
My goodness. Just barreled it, backspin it. As complete an offensive performance out of as we got to the best pitcher in the ACC. If I'm going to hang my hat, if I'm Chip Hale, that's what I'm hanging my hat on with the offense. Telling fellas, we were right there.
That will do it in the 8th kind of postseason.
Murray State, Cinderella, UTSA.
Soft liner to right will stay up in the air for Bass. 1 down here in the 9th. A spectator for the rest of the Super Regional. One would assume, you know, when season on the line, you get to a game 3, but I don't think we'll see that. But you never know. Strikeout for Shanelski. Roderick. Line drive to center field. Kepley started back, comes on, but can't hold on to it.
What an ending that would have been, huh?
Yeah, slams the turf because he wanted to have the last word of center fielders making web gems in this game.
And taking a look at your team's performance overall today.
Fly ball to center field, now drifting towards right. It's Bass. North Carolina makes a statement on day 1 of the Super Regionals. 18-2 the final.
An absolute juggernaut of a performance from the offense. Plenty of balls leaving the yard here. And their ace didn't have his ace stuff, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Jake Knapp into the 8th inning, hands it to the bullpen. They get it done, and North Carolina 1 win away from going back to Middle America.
May not have his ace stuff, but we are in the pass-fail section of our season right now, and that is a pass for Jake Knapp.